Hi everyone, I'm Jenna with Brown Dog Craft Company. Today's Monday, December 8th, 2025, and we are here for a rescheduled coffee and cards. So, hello everyone. I'm coming to you live from Hudson. If you're joining live in the chat, say hello. I'm not sure if I'm streaming to Facebook on this live. I may not have set it up that way, so we might just be on YouTube. Otherwise, leave a comment in the chat or in the comment section if you're watching the replay, and let me know if you have this bundle. So I'm curious. We're going to use Festive Friends today. It was the product of the week for us last week, and the product of the week for this week will come out tomorrow, but we do have class on Friday. So if you have any guesses on what the product of the week is, take a look at what Friday's class is. So usually the two coincide. Hello from Michigan. Welcome. You probably are going to get weather like we're going to get. It snowed yesterday. It snowed a couple days before that. It snowed the day before that. It's going to snow today. It was snowing. It's going to snow tomorrow and tomorrow night, and lots of snow coming here. So I guess we're sort of used to it in Wisconsin, but it came a little early and it's really cold, like really, really cold. I think it's like 5 below feels like temperature. So definitely winter. Winter is upon us. Okay, so let's see what we're going to talk about today. I'll flip the camera here and then we'll make 3 cards. So how Coffee and Cards works is you can get a class packet shipped to your home if you place a $60 order online at Stampin' Up! With me as your demonstrator. That's before tax and shipping and after rewards through Wednesday. Or you can purchase the class packet online at my store at browndogcraftcompany.com for $26. If you don't want to place an order, that's fine too. So you get to pick how you want to get the class packet. So you will want this bundle or something that you could use in place of this bundle. So this one's really cute. I wanted to use pine tree trimmings, but that's out of stock until like the week after next or something like that. So I didn't want to use something that was out of stock. So we switched to Festive Friends, and I think it's really cute. So let me flip the camera and let's see here. Here we go. Okay, so the first thing is, if you want to know about all sorts of crafty news and when we're going live and what classes we have and all of that pertinent information, you should join my email list. I send a couple emails out a week, and it just keeps you in the know of what's going on, what's new, what's upcoming, all of those sorts of things. So completely free to join, obviously, and I promise I won't spam you. So if you are a demonstrator already, you know that we can order from the spring mini catalog. So Stampin' Up! Comes out with a new catalog in January of 2026, and you will be able to purchase as a customer starting in January. If you would like to purchase from it now, you can place a pre-order as a demonstrator. So if you'd like to join my team, we're the Happy Mail Makers, and you get some added perks for being on the team, including team pricing for class packets and all of the classes and retreats that we offer. And then you get to order things early. So you get to order from the spring mini catalog now if you are a demonstrator. So we're going to have a spring catalog launch party. We're going to make 6 cards, and it's going to be with the Reason to Celebrate stamp set, which is just sentiments. So if you want to order your class packet with the stamp set, you can. That will be $75, or you can order it without the stamp set. Either you're going to order the stamp set on your own, or to earn a different Coffee and Cards class for free, or you already have a different stamp set that you're going to use with sentiments. It'll be $55. I should show you the stamp set. I have it here. I should have pulled it out ahead of time. Here it is. So it's just sentiments. So we've had lots of stamp sets like this over the years, so don't feel like you need to have this one. But we're going to make 6 cards in that class to launch the new mini catalog. So this you can purchase on my website. It's already available. This class is Joyful Memories Class to Go. It's going to be on Friday, so we'll do that. The other thing that's upcoming, oh, I have to change my lights. I left one of my lights on, is the Winter Wonderland Virtual Retreat. There's 4 different options to join. We are down to 3 options. The stamp set, the first option for the full retreat experience included the stamp set, which is now gone. It was, I want to call it sweater weather because that's what it should have been called, but it was, it wasn't called sweater weather. It was called stay warm. Stay warm. So if you've already purchased the retreat, the full retreat experience, including the stay warm stamp set, don't worry. I have them for you. I have the stamp sets for you. But from today going forward, you'll be able to purchase the class packet without the stamp set or just the PDF. And there is a team pricing option on there also if you're on the Happy Mail Makers. So the winter retreat is going to be really fun. We're going to make 10 cards, and it's not going to be a gift bag anymore. It's going to be a cute little like gift folder. And I did show those cards last week. So take a look last week. I don't have them in front of me. I'll have to show them to you on Friday. So, all right, another thing that just opened with the new mini catalog comes a new product sampler. So this is available for purchase on my website right now. It's the Spring 2026 mini catalog plus January online exclusives. So there's a few DSP patterns that are coming out in the January online exclusives, and I did include that in the product sampler. So the total is $110. You get 75 full sheets. So the majority of those are 12 by 12 sheets. There are, I think, a couple paper packs that are 6 by 6. So those, of course, will be 6 by 6 sheets, but everything else will be 12 by 12. So you get one of each in every pack. It's a lot. It's a lot of paper. Okay. All right. And then here's just a little sample of how Coffee and Cards works. So Coffee and Cards, you get the free card kit, the class packet to make today's cards. We're going to make 3 cards using the Festive Friends bundle. You can place a $60 order on my Stampin' Up! With me as your demonstrator, or you can buy the card kit in my store for $26. I did not upload the PDF. There is a free PDF that goes with class today. I need to do that. It's on my to-do list. It's been a crazy weekend. We were supposed to have class, this Coffee and Cards class on Friday, and I had to cancel it because Milo, he was at the vet for his routine visit. He goes once a month, and they found something on him and it had to be removed. So that was unexpected, and it took several hours, and then I had to be home with him all weekend. He had like the cone on him. He had something removed from the side of his face, like right by his ear. So he's fine. He's taking a nap. He's real mad. He's taking a nap right now. I think he wants to play, but he's fine. And we just had to move class. I wasn't home. I was literally at the vet when I was supposed to be doing class. So, okay, so let's look at what we're making today. I have to turn out that light. Hold on. I forgot to turn it off. All right, there we go. That is better. Okay, so this is the bundle we're using, Festive Friends. It's a clean stamp set, meaning it's like red rubber, and it's one of the last red rubbers that Stampin' Up! Will have. Every release from now going forward will be clear photopolymer. So, you know, I think red rubber clean has its place. It's probably not my favorite. It does typically stamp really well, but I like photopolymer because you can see through. So these are the dies. They're really cute dies. There's this big tag die, and then this cute little, I think it's supposed to fold over the tag, but I use it as a sentiment strip on one of the cards, which I'll show you. Yes, Jean, he's just fine. Just fine. Okay, so we're going to make 3 cards today. Should we look at the first? Here's the first. So this one is a cute little snowman, and I don't know, maybe he's sledding in the hill, on the hill in the forest. But he's really cute. So we're going to stamp him and color him, and I'll show you how to put this card together. And it uses cloud cover, which is like a bluish gray, so it's perfect for snow, in my opinion. Okay, so let's see the things that we need. We need our little trees. So I have 2 of these trees. You can die cut these. There's 2 different trees in the stamp in the die set. So this is one of them. And then there's a tall skinny tree. We'll use that on a different card. So I have 2 from Secret Sea and 1 from White. And the PDF will have all of this listed too. I need to upload that. I have a card base in cloud cover, and I have a full card panel, so it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so it'll cover the entire card here. So I'm going to burnish my card base, and then you have a white inside too, which I don't have at the moment. Oh, and let me see, I gotta find where I put my stamped people. Hold on, I stamped them. I stamped the snowman. I could have swore I stamped the elves too, but I must not have. Okay, so here's our snowman, and I stamped him in Memento. So I'm gonna pull out, when you stamp in your stamp positioner, you have to pull this piece out when they are cling stamps. Okay, so let's stamp a snowman, and let's stamp everything else we're gonna need. We're gonna need 2 elves and a Santa. So let's get a piece of white here. I'm gonna get my, well, maybe I'll just trim this down. Trim this to 4 1/4. So you're gonna wanna use whatever ink you use for alcohol marker coloring. Okay, we'll stamp, I don't know that I can fit them all on there. We'll do, okay, we'll do the elf up there, and then we'll switch out the Santa and the snowman. Okay, so where's my Memento? That's versifying. Here's Memento. So I like to stamp a couple times. Yeah, so anyway, the weekend was really busy. We had, obviously that was Milo, took up some time, unexpected time. And then, what did we do Saturday? Kids sports. I'm trying to think what else we did on Saturday. I can't remember. Saturday. We did something. Where did I go? Did I go somewhere? I have no idea. You guys, I can't remember what I did 2 days ago. Something. And then, oh, I don't have my chamois wet. Saturday, I must have done something. Can't remember. And then yesterday was my birthday. So we had kids sports again. But then I went out, and we went out to dinner. So it was really good. We went to this place nearby, and I had a really good burger. I haven't had such a good burger in a really long time. So that was fun. Okay, so we're going to switch out and do Santa down here. And we'll leave Mr. Elf there because we need 2 elves. Yeah, so it was really good. And the Packers were playing while we were at dinner. So my husband and my son were happy. They watched the Packers game while we ate, and we tried pretzel bites. They were really good. I think they were homemade at the place. And cheeseburgers, they were really good. So, and I'm the kind of person, like, you know, some places you go, the cheeseburgers are really big, like oversized cheeseburgers. These ones were not. And I liked that. I liked that they weren't so big. I don't know. It just was better. They were really delicious. So anyway, that's what we did yesterday. And I still can't remember for the life of me what I did on Saturday, you guys. I think I slept in. And then what did I do? No idea. It'll come to me at some point, but, you know. It's kind of funny. I have to sometimes look at my calendar to figure out what I did. Okay, let's color. Let's color our snowman. Okay, so Whenever you have something that's white, like the snowman, I don't like to leave it just white. I like to add like a little bit of a hint of a color. So since we're using cloud cover on this as the blue or the gray, instead of using like pool party or gray, I'm going to use cloud cover. So I'm going to take light cloud cover and I'm just going to draw kind of like a little shadow. So like under his hat, there would be a little bit of a shadow. And then down the side of his face here, and then kind of under his scarf, and sort of down one side, and maybe a little bit down this side. Okay, now I know it looks very gray right now. We're going to take the color lifter and just sort of blend the edge of that color into the white. So this is straight alcohol essentially, and it's going to soften that edge of cloud cover with the white of the cardstock. And then once we get everything colored, it won't look gray anymore, it will look white. Okay, and do you see that? How it's just a little bit? It just gives him a little bit of a shadow there. All right, we're gonna color his nose with peach pie. I have peach pie dark. You could use pumpkin pie too. Okay. Oh, and we need to do his the little tip of his ball on the top of his hat with cloud cover too. Okay. Let's do his scarf and some of the stripes on his hat in seafoam. So I'm going to take my dark and I'm going to add a little bit of dark seafoam to some of this. Okay, and let's do this part of his hat in seafoam, and then we'll go every other. And then we'll blend out with the light. So when I blend out, I just make sure to go over what I already colored and blend that ink out. And my soft seafoam is dry. I should have ordered another one. Sorry. When your blend sounds like that, it means it needs to be replaced. My pecan pie does the same thing. Okay, now we're going to come in with Secret Sea as our accent color here. And Secret Sea is really dark. So what I do with Secret Sea is I like to color with the light and then add in the dark on top of the light. And I do this with any marker that is super dark like this. So I'm going to color in the rest of these stripes of his hat with Secret Sea light, including the brim of his hat. Or whatever you call this. I don't know what you call it when it's a snow hat. Probably not a brim. You could make this white too if you wanted. All right. So there's the light, and then I'll come back in with the dark and add some detail. And if you need to blend it out again, you certainly can. So we'll see how it looks when we get some dark in here. Okay, I think I'll blend it out a little with the brush tip here. Okay, now last but not least, our snowman needs some little pink cheeks. So I have Petal Pink Dark, and we need to add some little cheeks. You could use Pretty in Pink too, or any pink. Okay, so there's our snowman. There is a die to die cut him out, and once you die cut him out, this is what he looks like. Isn't he cute? With the magic of television. Okay. All right, so let's look at our card now. Okay, so we have our quarter sheet of cloud cover. So this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and we need to make a little hill. So here I have a piece of vellum. It is 4 1/4 inches wide by about 3 1/2 inches tall. And what we're going to do is we're going to freehand a hill. So you're just going to take a pair of scissors, and you're going to start on one side, and you're going to kind of cut a hill. So don't be too worried about how it turns out. Just sort of cut a snowy hill, right? Okay, so there's my snowy hill I cut. So this will go right here. Now, what I'm going to do so that I don't see too much of the glue that pops through here is I'm going to use my tape runner, and I'm just going to put little pieces of tape. So I'm going to put 2 pieces like right here on the end. Come on. Okay, so there's just a little bit. That's probably even too much. Vellum you can see through, so you just want a little bit. And I'm going to do a little bit on this side and a little bit right there. Okay, so just a little bit of glue. You will be able to see it, but I'm okay with that. I like the hill look, and we'll line that up on the bottom here. Okay, so you can't see too much. You can see a little, just a little. Okay, all right, we can add our trees. So we have our 3 trees. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on the back of these. I need to find my glue holder. I have these little snowflake glue holders. No idea where they are, but okay, so I'm going to tuck 1 tree underneath the vellum here on the right. Okay, so 1 will go right about here. And then I'll put the white one next to it. Tuck it under here. Okay. And then this other Secret C one's going to go on this side, right under the vellum. Now, you can stella your trees if you want. Okay, those are cute. Okay, now we need to stamp some snowflakes. Snowflakes. We need white pigment ink. And our snowflake stamp from the stamp set, it's this one here, right here. And we're going to ink up and stamp some snowflakes. So I'm just going to stamp sort of random snowflakes here. Maybe 1 more in the corner. Okay. So we've got snowflakes. And then I'm going to take a blending brush and ink blend just a little bit around the top edges here. And I have a big flat brush for blending my white pigment ink. So I'm going to pick some up, and we're going to make sure we start off of the cardstock panel here. Otherwise you're going to get lots of marks. And we're just going to blend a little bit onto the edges here. It's going to give us a little bit of a snowy feel. And it's okay if you get some on your tree, because then you can have some snow on your tree. Oh, Margot, we were supposed to have coffee and cards on Friday, and for this class, and we did not. Milo went in for his regular, he goes to the vet once a month, and he went in for his regular visit in the morning, and ended up having to have something removed from the side of his face when we were there. So unexpected, but he had to be like sedated, and yeah, so I had to cancel class and help him. I was going to say deal with him. I did have to deal with him, but he's a sweet baby. He had to have like a cone, and he was really out of it in the afternoon, and so he's fine. He's just fine. But anyway, it's just something unexpected that we had to deal with, and I have a picture. I can show you what he looks like here when we're done. Yeah, so he's just a little sad. Oh, okay, so here we've got some snowy background on our panel here. Now we can add our tree, and then we also need a sentiment. So sentiment, I already did it. If only I can find it. I got this all ready last Thursday, and then we never went live. Okay, so this is from, it's either Nested Essentials or Stylish Shapes. I can never remember, but it's one of the stitched rectangles with rounded edges. And what I did was I stamped with embossing ink or white pigment ink. And my trick for you is when I am going to heat emboss with white embossing powder, I actually stamp with white pigment ink, and it stays wet for a long time and the embossing powder will stick to it. And then if you have any spaces where like the white embossing powder doesn't stick to, you still have white pigment ink. So it just makes your white embossing look better, in my opinion, if you use white pigment ink instead of Versamark embossing ink. So totally not necessary, but something that I like to do. So I have We Wish You a Merry Christmas. That is from the stamp set here that I heat embossed with white embossing powder. So we'll put that on our panel along with our little snowman, and we need dimensionals here. Yes, he's just fine. We gave him extra snacks. I gave him steak for dinner on Friday as an apology. He's pretty good now. I took his cone off so he could have snacks here when we're done. Okay, I'm going to kind of put the snowman on the hill here, right in between those trees, and then I'm going to kind of tuck the sentiment here. Okay, one thing that you can do is add some highlights. So I like to take a black gel pen and a white gel pen. Where's my white? And I'm going to add some highlights. So I'm going to take the black and I'm going to color his eyes. I'm going to color his eyes here. It just makes them stand out a little bit. I would not do this before you die cut. If you do it before you die cut, it kind of squishes, like it squishes the ink. So you won't like it before. Okay, and then this gets added to our card base, and it does fill the whole card base. And then you would use your white inside, which I don't have cut, of course. You'd put your white inside on the inside of the card here. Okay. All right. And for embellishments, today we have these hues of blue flowers. They're really pretty. They're from the Peace on Earth suite, I think, which is retiring. I think it's retiring. And here they come in Cloud Cover and Secret Sea and Misty Moonlight, and that's like a white, or kind of a white. Okay. So there is card 1. Here was our sample, and here's the card we made today. Isn't it cute? I think they're cute. Cute little snowman on a hill. And we have vellum again, so we don't have to use vellum from somewhere else. All right, let's look at the next card. This one we're going to use some DSP. So this one uses its Traditions of Christmas specialty DSP. I believe it is also retiring, and it's super cute. So one side is foil and really pretty, like shiny flowers, very Christmassy. And then the other side has no foil, and I used the sides that don't have foil. So we'll use 2 of the patterns here. We'll color our Santa, and we've got a whole bunch of die cuts. So let's see what we have. Hello and Merry Christmas. I know, I'm so happy we're making Christmas cards. Okay, so I have a little white sentiment strip. This is, I think it's is it Stylish Shapes that has these? It's Stylish Shapes. Thanks, Margot. I think Nested Essentials was the oval sentiment from the last card. So I have a small one in white, and we're going to stamp our sentiment onto here. I have the tag in Cherry Cobbler, and then this is like a little tag topper, or you can use it as a sentiment strip. So I have it, we're going to use it as a tag topper, and this is an Old Olive. I have the other tree die cut from the set, and that's in Mossy Meadow. This is the largest die from this die set, Stylish Shapes, and it's from Secret Sea. And then I have 2 pieces of cardstock. So they're both, as you can see, they're both that specialty paper. They each measure 4. This plaid one is 4 by 3.5, so it's 4 by 3.5. And then this little one is 4 by 1 3/4. Okay, and then I have a cherry cobbler panel that's 4 1/4 by 5.5, so it's a 1/4 sheet of cardstock. So we can glue these down right away. Oh, and then I don't have this one on a card base, but you would put it on a card base, either cherry cobbler or you could do white. I've been doing white card bases a lot lately. I like the simplicity of it, I guess. And just make sure you use thick white. Otherwise your card will be a little flimsy. Okay, so these are gonna go, we'll have our little border. I'm gonna line these up. Okay. Now this is a piece of Secret C and it's just gonna go right here. We'll glue that down in a little bit. And we can color our Santa and stamp our sentiment. So I'm going to do Santa's Coming to Town, and I'll stamp it in Secret C. I did originally stamp it in Cherry Cobbler, but I didn't like it. So I thought it looked better in Secret C. So here's Santa's Coming to Town. And here's where I will have to say I prefer photopolymer stamps over cling, because you just can't see. You can't see. So thank goodness it turned out. All right, that's the only stamping we're doing on this card besides your inside. But let's do our coloring. So now we need our little Santa. And Santa we're going to color traditional. So when you are coloring skin tone for both the Santa and the elves, there are a whole bunch of options. And let me see if I can pull them out. So Stampin' Up! Has these, which they still have them, but they're not sold in a set anymore. When they originally came out, they were like a skin tone set. So here I have medium, medium light. So those are the two I used for the elves and the Santa. But there's also medium deep and light. So there's like 5 different options for skin tone that you can choose from. So let's see, I'll just pick some here. Let's do, so this is medium light, and I always have to kind of color to see which one's darker and which one's lighter. So like this one's lighter. So I'm gonna start with the darker one, and I'm gonna color Santa's face. So I'm gonna go with dark and go under where his hair would be, and kind of down the side of his face. And then the top of his cute little nose. And that's it. The rest of him is covered with mittens and boots and all of that. So here we'll do his ears and his nose, and then blend out his face. Now one thing I will say is you should make sure that your memento has plenty of time to dry. I probably didn't wait long enough, so if you see any smudging, that would be why. But you'll want to make sure he has plenty of time to dry so that you don't smear the memento into the lighter parts of your card. Okay, his boots are going to be basic black, and his mittens too. Let's see, basic black. Where's the other basic black? Is it here? No, I think this is cloud cover. Cloud cover. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, so basic black. Black is really dark, so I'm going to take the dark and color his boots a little bit here with the dark, and blend out with the light, and I'm just going to color his mittens with the light. You could just use one marker here. They're very, the difference between the light and the dark is not, it's very minimal. Okay, let's color his beard. So I'm going to take light gray granite and our blender, and this is, again, we want it to be white, but we don't want to leave white white. So I'm going to take and color his hair a little bit. I'm going to color the bottom part of his hair like this. Okay, and maybe down his beard a little, and down along the bottom of his beard. Here. And then I think on the end of his little mustache here. Okay, and then I'll take the blender. Oh, and you know what? We'll do his hat too. We'll do the ball of his hat and then right here. Okay, because that all will be white. And then soften that line with our blender. Same with his hair and his beard. And when you first color it, it does look gray. But once you add color to the rest of him, it will blend in and look white. Okay, so it's hard to tell on camera. I think you can see it a little bit. Oh, you know what? We need it down here too. We're gonna do this in white. So I'll do a little line of gray. See how little that line of gray is? It's so hard to see, but it's just under his shirt. And then I'll blend that out. Okay. All right, and then his suit, his Santa suit, will be red, real red. So I'll take my real red dark, and we'll kind of add our dark parts in. Okay, and then let's do a little bit of dark right here. And a little bit of dark under his beard, I think. And the rest will blend out with light. Whoops. There we go. So I'm going over what I already colored and blending that out. Long strokes with the markers. Okay, get that little arm. These little arms are so cute. I love that he's so like chubby. It's just a chubby little Santa. And the snowman is too, and the elves are cute little chubby elves. I'm trying to remember the last time we had a Santa like this. Like a stamp set that was Santa like this. And I think it was back when there was the trains. Do you guys remember the train sets? Oh, and he needs cheeks. So we'll do Petal Pink Dark. He needs some shiny, some cute little cheeks here. Okay. And there's our Santa. Isn't he cute? And with the magic of television, he is colored. Colored and die cut. Okay, so I colored him the same way as we just colored him now. Okay, isn't he cute? He's so cute. Okay, let's put the card together. We already have our sentiment. Let's glue this down. This one's gonna go on directly onto the card, and it's gonna cover the seam a little bit here on the left side. So I'm gonna put it right in between the seam of our DSP. Whoops. Okay. Now, this little thing, we're going to fold it in half, but I don't like to fold things without a score line. So we're going to make a little score line. So this measures 2 1/4. So that means we need to score it at 1 1/8. So 1 1/8, and then my little gray scoring tool. And now we have a nice line down the center that we can fold this. It's not perfect, but it's real close. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the inside. Whoops, I have something stuck to my glue. Of course I do. Why wouldn't I? Okay, and we're just going to line it up with this little star that's here. Okay, give it a little hold. And we'll put some dimensionals here. Let's see. I think it needs like 6. And we'll glue our tree down on here. This is going to go on the right-hand side of the card now. About right here. Okay. We'll glue our little tree down, so our little mossy meadow tree. And you probably don't want too much glue. It'll pop out here, squeeze out. So that's going to go about here. Okay, and then we'll glue our Santa down. He's going to go right about here. Okay, and then the last thing I'll do is pop up the left-hand side of the sentiment, and the right side will get a little bit of glue. My glue bottle is almost empty. And we have Santa's coming to town. Oh, and we can add our highlights to Santa too. So we can add his cute little black, let me zoom in some. Add his cute little, I like to add black on their eyes there. And then let's add some highlights. We'll add them on his hat and down on his belly here. Okay. All right, for embellishments for this one, we're doing candy canes. Where are my candy canes is the question. I thought I had them out, but maybe I don't. Let's see. I didn't have them out. Here they are. So these are peppermints. I said candy canes. You knew what I meant. All right, so these are 3 different sizes. I'm gonna do a big one and kind of a medium one and another medium one down here. Okay, and then we'll use these again on the next card too. Okay, and then again, this would be on either a white card base or I would do cherry cobbler. Okay, so that's a cute little Santa card. Oh, we need a bow. I forgot a bow. Let's add a bow. The bow is with gold ribbon, and it will be listed in the PDF what it's called. Let's see, I didn't pull it out, of course. Where is it? Here it is. So I'm going to tie a little bow. And we'll just add the bow with glue dots. Kind of like we put it through the tag topper, but we're not actually going to put it through the tag topper. All right. Get my ribbon scissors. All right, there's our bow and glue dots. I am almost down to the last of my glue dots. All right, so that's just gonna go right here. Okay, all right, so there's the one we made. Here was the sample. Isn't that Santa cute? You'll have to let me know when we're all done if your favorite is the Santa, the snowman, or the elves. All right, are you ready for our next card? The last one is a fun fold. So for this one, we're going to use the elves, and we're going to use the same DSP. So here I have a card base, and this card base is from Secret Sea. It is 4 1/4 by 11, and it is scored at, I think this is 1 1/4. No, it's 1 1/2. Again, it'll be in the PDF that I just completely forgot to upload. It's scored at 1 1/2 and 5 1/2. So that makes our card base here. So we're going to fold our card base and burnish it. And this little piece that's right here, it's going to get folded in like this. Okay, so this is our card front. It's like this. This is getting folded in. Yes, Santa's cute too. Okay, so this is getting folded in. What we're going to do is we're going to make a gift card holder. So this will be our little pocket on the inside. Okay, so I have some various things that I die cut ahead of time. This is that little tag topper. It's die cut from white, and this is going to be a sentiment this time. I have another little tree. This one's in Old Olive, and then the dies also cut a snowflake, so this is from white. Here's that same tag, and this one, instead of from Cherry Cobbler, it's from Secret Sea. And then I have some DSP that we'll go over. So let's work on this. Let's take our white blending brush, and I think we already have white on it, but let's get some snowy edges on our Secret Sea tag. Make them real snowy, okay? And, whoops, clean that off. Okay. All right. Through here, we're going to do some ribbon. We're going to do, it's real red shiny ribbon, I think is what it's called. And we're going to take a small amount of it and loop it through the tag holder. Here it is. Okay. So I'm going to take just a small amount. We don't need a ton. And we'll actually fold it in half and then poke the ends through the bottom. Once you have both ends through the bottom, you put them through the loop and gently tug. Gently though. Otherwise you rip the cardstock. So we'll gently move our little tie down. Come on now. There we go. Okay. And then we'll make these ends look better here. Trim these ends. There we go. Okay, so we made a little tag from our tag, right? Okay, so it's actually gonna go sideways. We're gonna put our little elves on here. So let's color our elves. Here they are. Okay, so we're gonna color them very similarly, just different colors. Okay, so we're gonna do one in the same skin tone as Santa, and the other one I will do in, I think I have medium out here. So we'll do one in this medium light and one in medium. So let's add some darkness by his ears and under his hat, under his hair maybe, and sort of down the side of his face. Okay, and he's going to be wearing mittens too, so we don't need to worry about coloring his hands. Now I'm blending out with the light. Okay. And then we'll color each one of these together. So we won't color the whole elf. We'll color them piece by piece. So there's the face on this cute little guy. And then the face on this elf I'll do in the medium. So let me see which one's darker. I think this one's darker. And this one's lighter. Nope, opposite. Okay, so I'll take the dark and color this little elf. And then blend out with light. I should probably be using the other, like the brush tip, but so long strokes here. Okay, they do need some cute cheeks. So this is Petal Pink Dark, and I'm going to go over these cute little freckles. Now, the Petal Pink doesn't show up on this medium, so I'm going to use, this is Pretty in Pink Dark for his cheeks. They're rosy little cheeks. Okay. All right, their mittens are black, and their boots are black, just like the Santa. So we'll get some dark here. And dark here. And then we'll get the light. And we'll color their mittens with light too. Blend out here. Blend out here. Okay. All right. Let's do the parts of them that are white. So we'll take our light gray granite and our blender. And the only part that is white on the elves that we're coloring today is this white little puff of the hat and the little cuffs of the mittens. So I'm just going to do a little bit of gray and then blend out. Okay. It's almost not noticeable, but it's just noticeable enough that it makes a difference. Okay, now we can color our elves. Let's do their hat and their pants. Okay, so this cute little guy, his hat is going to be Mossy Meadow. So here is Mossy Meadow Dark. So I'm going to color his hat and his pants with Mossy Meadow. So I'll do some Mossy Meadow here, and then we'll get his hat. So this is the dark Mossy Meadow. And then I need light Mossy Meadow. Here it is. Light Mossy Meadow and dark Old Olive look really similar. Okay, and then his hat. Okay. All right, and then we'll color his cute little coat. And let's see. Oh no, we'll color his hat and his pants, and those are going to be Secret Sea. So Secret Sea, I'm going to go with the light first. Yeah, I'm going to do the light first. So that's going to be his hat and his pants. And then his hat. Okay. Okay. And then I'll take the Secret Sea Dark and add some darkness. Okay. I feel like I need to blend that just a little down here. Okay. All right, now let's color their coats, their cute little coats. So this little guy's coat is going to be Old Olive. So let's get my Old Olive Dark here. And his hat will be Old Olive too. So that's Old Olive Dark. Okay. And Old Olive Light. Oh, well, these are kind of small. I like using this end. Oh, I should have bought a new Old Olive blend too. It's dry. Sorry, that's real loud, I know. All right, are you guys watching any good TV shows? We've been watching Landman. We're not quite caught up. I think we have one episode from last night to watch. It's by the same producers of Yellowstone, I think. Okay, so now I'm going to do Cherry Cobbler for this other little guy's hat and coat. So Landman, it's with they just introduced Sam Elliott, and it's with Billy Bob Thornton, and the main actress is known too. I just can't remember what she's known from. It's funny, it's interesting, it's different, it's entertaining, so that's what we've been watching. Otherwise, I'm trying to watch Peaky Blinders on my own. I know it's not new, but I haven't watched it. So I'm on, let's see, I'm on episode 4, I think, of the first season. So I'm trying to watch that. I'm also attempting to read a Christmas book. So, yeah, because I can't do just one thing. Okay, let's color their hair. So on this little guy, let's do Copper Clay. So this gives them kind of a dark brown hair. I think Copper Clay is is retired, just use any brown. Or if you want them to be blonde, use maybe Daffodil Delight. Just anything that's hair color. All right, so there's elf number 1. And then this guy, this little guy, let's do dark hair. Do I have dark hair pulled out? I don't have dark hair pulled out. I put it away. What do I want to color his hair in? Something dark. Let me find a darker marker. I'm going to use this deep combo. So this is the deep combo. I think that's the lighter of the two. Yep. Okay, so there's our cute little elves. Here they are. Aren't they darling? I love that they're like little chubby elves. They look just like Santa. Okay, and again, by the magic of television, here are my elves. Die cut out. Darling little elves. I love them. So cute. Okay, all right, so let's finish. Let's do a little bit more stamping. So on this little white piece, we're going to do We Wish You a Merry Christmas, which I don't think I have that one out. We Wish You a Merry Christmas in Secret C, right in the center there. Again, this is where I prefer photopolymer. Don't mind my hair here. I hope that stamps all right. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right, and then we're going to stamp on our inside white piece. So this measures 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Hi, Milo. Okay, and we're going to stamp To and From in Cherry Cobbler. Chubby elves, yes, they're so cute. So we'll stamp To and From over here, Cherry Cobbler. And I'm going to pull out Mossy Meadow, and we're going to stamp the tree. There's a cute little tree stamp. My Mossy Meadow, I think I need a new ink pad. No matter how much I re-ink it, it needs to be re-inked some more. It eats the, oh, now be careful when you stamp with photopolymer. If you stamp too hard, you get those little lines. Not when you stamp with photopolymer. When you stamp with red rubber, you get those little lines. So beware. And then we're going to stamp some snowflakes in Secret C, but I got to clean this snowflake stamp. I forget what I was saying, but okay. Yeah, can you hear Milo walking around? Yeah, he's a good boy. Okay, so we're going to stamp 3 snowflakes in Secret C. One down here. Okay, so that'll be our inside. That's the only inside I stamp today. Okay. All right, so I have 4 pieces of DSP. Okay, so 2 are the same pattern, and then there's 2 others, and they're all that same foil paper. Okay, so this one measures 4 by 5 1/4. This is going to go on the inside on the right. Okay, so I'm going to open up our card. I've got that little flappy over here. This is the inside. It's going to go here. Okay, on top of this, we're going to glue our white, and we're going to make sure we glue it on the left-hand side here. Okay. There it is. Okay, now I have another piece, and this one is going to be 4 by 3 1/4. So it's 4 by 3 1/4, and we want to make sure we do the 4 this way. So our card is 4 1/4, so we want to put it 4 by 3 1/4. Okay, so we'll glue that down. Whoops. Okay. That fills that piece. Now we're gonna we're gonna flip our card over. Let's just flip it right over. Okay, so now this is the front right here. We have another one that is 4 by 3 1/4, the same as the red pattern, but this one is green and it's gonna go on the outside. And the PDF will have all of these measurements listed for you. And then this little piece is 4 by 1 1/4, and it's gonna go right here. Okay. Now we are going to glue this little piece down, but before we do, you're going to want to take, this part is optional. This is so we can put our finger in here and get the gift card out. So I have a circle punch. This is 2 3/8. You can use any circle punch or any circle die. And I'm just going to make a little notch. So I'm going to kind of center it. And there's just a little bit. See the little piece I cut out? It's not big at all. Real small. Okay. Okay, now we're going to take our glue, and you could use tear and tape. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the edges here, just the edges, and then I'm going to close it. So now we have no glue in the center here, so we can put a gift card in here. Okay. All right, so then we can work on the front of the card. And the front of the card is going to be this little tag. I am going to pop the tag up with dimensionals. I think last time I did 6, but I think I might try 5 like this. Okay, now I'm going to center it left to right on this panel. Okay. Okay, and we can add our elves. Oh, and you know what? I didn't even use the tree on the other one. We could put the tree on the inside. Or we could put the tree here. Oh, that's cute. Let's put the tree there. Well, yeah, but then he's crooked, isn't he? Oh, I don't know where to put the tree. Should we just put the tree like that? Let's put the tree like that. Whoops. I didn't add the tree on my sample. All right, there's the tree. Why not, right? Okay, so then let's add our cute little elves. So pick which one you want in the front and which one you want on the, or we're going to put one elf here and one elf here. So put some glue here. And I think his hat needs a dimensional because it's going to hang off the tag. So here is elf number 1. Oh, he's darling. And then elf number 2 will go here, but his bottom half will hang off. So let's get a little bit of dimensional down there. Look at those, are perfect for his little boots. That dimensional fits perfect right there. Okay. And he'll go on this side. Okay. And our little snowflake will get tucked in up here, like this. And our sentiment will go here with a couple more dimensionals. Let's do this piece right here. Last but not least, we need embellishments, and we're going to pull out the peppermints again. And let's do a big peppermint and a medium peppermint. Oh, and we need our gel pens. And let's add some highlights. Let's see. All right. These little elves are so cute. Okay, and then we'll open this up and we have a gift card holder. Okay, and then here's my sample. So I colored the elves differently, but those are my samples. Aren't they cute? Just darling little elves. All right, guys, so those are our projects for today. You can get these class packets. I will ship them right to your door with either a $60 order with Stampin' Up! Or $26. You can buy them directly from my online store at browndogcraftcompany.com through Wednesday. Okay, so through Wednesday. And you don't need to use this set. You can use any critters, any little Christmas things that you may have. Let's see, here's the other card we made. And here's this one. I'll zoom out a little. Right, and there's our little snowman that we made. Okay. Aren't they darling? I think they're so cute, these little guys. This is what we made during mystery stamping. We had mystery stamping for last Coffee and Cards, and we made this fun fold. I used the Hobby Haven Suite or the Creative Haven bundle to make this one. So those, if you have not caught mystery stamping, you should check that out and see how to make this fun fold. It was really fun to make, and you can use any of your own stamp sets. It's a great way to use up any extra DSP that you have or that you've been hoarding if you're like me, and just not using, because that's what we do, right? We buy it and we keep it for fear of it running out. So, all right, let me flip the camera. I have Milo here, and he wants some snacks. Thanks, Margot. You have a great day too. Milo wants some snacks. Oh, I can show you his little, what he looked like too here. I did take his cone off, but this is what he looked like, my poor puppy. Here he is. Can you guys see? You see him in there? So there he is, laying in his bed. I had to pull his bed out. His bed is normally underneath something, and I had to pull it out so that he could lay down without getting stuck on things, because he kept getting, like, he hits everything with this cone. The poor guy. So he's real sad. If I watch him real close, I can take the cone off. I just can't have you know, scratch his ear or whatever and hit his stitches. So I took it off so you guys can see him, so he can have snacks, because otherwise he can't fit through here. He can't walk. I've got a cart next to me, and he can't walk to get under the desk and lay with me. So he's real sad boy. So he has to go back in to get the stitches off in like a week. So I know he looks so sad. He's so happy to be free. All right, Milo, are you under here? You are. Hi, baby. Oh, he's sleeping. Do you want a snack, Milo? You want a snack, puppy? Hi, do you want your snack? Come on, you gotta come out here. Come on, everybody wants to see you. Oh, here he is. Can you see him? Oh, I gotta put the camera down. There he is. Hi, Bubby. Hi. How's your nap? How's your ear? How's your ear? You're such a good boy. You need extra snacks. I know. I know you need extra snacks for being a good boy. You do. Let's just finish this up. I think there's 2 more in here. Oh, there's 3 more. All right. Oops. All right. You ate them all. Here you go. There's 1 left. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Yes, you're a good baby. Yes, I know. So, guys, that's Milo, and he's so happy to be free at the moment. So, all right, guys. Well, that's what we have for Coffee and Cards today. Thanks for spending your Monday with me. I was going to say Friday, but we will be live again on Friday for the Joyful Days Memories and More card class. So we're making, I think it's 12 cards, and it uses the Memories and More card pack. So it's they're simple cards, and all we need are sentiments. So some of the cards we don't even do any stamping because we use the card pack that has a sentiment on it. So some of them we do use some sentiments. I pulled in various sentiments from different current stamp sets, and there's a lot of them, but you can use any sentiment that you have. So we will be making those on Friday. I don't know how long they're going to take. There's 12 cards, but they're not very hard. The hardest part is putting the ribbon on all the cards. That's the most tedious part. There's not really any cutting for you to do because the card bases are made for you. I cut the mats down for you, and then you have the card pack. You get a full card pack. So you can make double or triple, close to triple the cards if you add your own card bases. So we'll be doing that on Friday. And then the following, I think we're going to be live the following Monday, so a week from today, for Milo's Card Club for December, which is the Elegant Pines Snowflake Suite. And that's because we were supposed to be live on Friday the 19th, but my kids have stuff at school. It's the last day of school. So they go ice skating, and the parents are invited. So we'll be ice skating on the 19th. So I can't do class on the 19th. And then it's almost Christmas, so I won't see you live again until January after that class. So I'll try to have an edited video. I don't know how it's gonna go. It'll be me and 3 kids home, and they're home a long time. This winter break is really long for them. So yeah, they're gonna be looking for entertainment from their mother. So I will be busy with them, but I will try to get an edited video in there. I really want to use the festive trees. No, pine tree trimmings, because they make shaker cards. So we'll see if I can get that squeezed in before Christmas. And it's a really cute set, so I was really sad that it was out of stock. I'm not surprised, I guess, that it's out of stock, but I was sad. So okay, well, that's what I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching if you're watching live, and thank you so much for watching replay if you're watching the replay. It was fun to make these cards, and I hope you feel inspired to make Christmas cards with this cute Christmas set. It's so whimsical and cute. I like doing Christmas both elegant and whimsical, so this is definitely more on the whimsical side. So, all right, well, I'll see you in just 4 short days, and hopefully Milo will be doing even better by then. So, all right, take care, everyone. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. I have to find the outro because I can't find it. It is missing from the screen. You gotta love technology. All right, I found it. Goodbye, everyone. Take care.